Hello and welcome to yeah, I don't fucking know. Detective Club. This came out of the Togi Game Jam. What the fuck's it called? Hang on. Togi Game Jam of 2017. I got this and another one that I'm gonna try out from these. They're just short little demos of games, I suppose. I'm not fully certain. Oh, space. Okay, so I don't have to use my mouse. So this is the comic book they've been talking about. The cover is red in color with an image of a superhero. The title reads Titan on Attack. I don't think that's correct. Good day, sir. The principal. Glad to have the detective club on the case. We now have Mr. Blaine in custody with charges of tax evasion. What? According to Miss Reed's book, Mr. Blaine has a book that he failed to return on time, and now he's trying to evade the tax penalty. However, Mr. Blaine claims he did return the book on time and accused Mrs. Reed Books for not doing her job properly. This is a tough case, Detective. If Mr. Blaine was really late returning the book, I'll have to tell his parents to pay the fine. On the other hand, if this is indeed Miss Reed Books with negligence, it might have to fire her. Or I might have to fire her. You better start questioning the suspects. If you need to leave the library, I've placed your library card on the counter table. I'll question everyone, don't you worry. How you doing, buddy? Oh, I can't go out there without my library card first. Dum dum bum bum ba-dum. I am loving the music, I gotta admit. Anything over here I can take a look at? No. A lot of books. Good day, sir. You returned the book yesterday, both of them. Why should I lie to that old Reed Books? She misplaces books all the time. I went to the library with Evan. You know Evan knows, right? We put it here on the table, I swear. Right or left doesn't matter, right? No, right or left probably does matter. Alright, so I got the library card. Let's talk to Miss Reed Books here. Don't remember seeing Alex Blaine come to the library with his classmates yesterday. He was supposed to return one novel and one comic book, but only the novel is checked in the system. The deadline to return the books was lunchtime, and all books must be returned before lunch break ends at 1 p.m. I waited a while and then left for lunch myself. When students returned the books, I stamped them right away, then logged them into the computer for placing them back on their shelves. It's odd when Mr. Blaine showed me that the comic book is now on its shelf because the computer log has no record of it. Did I forget to log the book into the computer? I can't remember. Well, then you're not doing your fucking job, are you, lady? You gotta be certain about this shit. Does the book have the stamp in it? Because that would surely be a... How you doing? I have to scan a card to be able to go outside. Oh, there's a lot of people out here. You! Alright. Alex Blaine, yeah, he's such a nice kid. I can't believe he's being charged with tax evasion. I can't either. Can I talk to you? No. Miss Reed Books? Yeah, she's quite forgetful. She once asked me to return a pen that I've already returned. It was in her pocket all along. Uh-oh. Miss Reed Books. She's in trouble again. She's so clumsy and forgetful she might lose her job for real this time. Alex Blaine never really got into trouble before. Can't go in the library. Can't talk to her. Well, thank you for telling me from what class he's from, but that's not really helpful to me right here. Reading club open for the public. Wait, is it interesting? 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. every Thursday. Can't interact with either of them. She also carries books from the library to read during lunch. You know we have CCTV here at school. Why don't you go see for yourself? I would love to. What's in there? I'll talk to you in a second. Ah, that young boy. Well, yes, I saw him yesterday during lunch break. He was reading a book. It was just before lunch break ends because he started running when he heard the bell. Not for the bell, he would still be there reading the book. Feel free to check the CCTV footage in the security room. Here's the key. So I'm coming to the library yesterday. I was there taking a catch-up math test. He was looking for Miss Reed Books. I saw him looking left and right. He then went to check the pile of books on the table and placed a red book there. Which would be the comic book. Must return all borrowed books to the library for a little time. If not, we have to pay the tax penalty. A lot of kids returned their books last minute, and there was a lot of books being piled up. I did not have any class, so I volunteered to help Miss read books, put the books back on their shelves. She left for lunch a few minutes before the bell rang. She's carrying her lunchbox and her favorite novel, Pride and Prejudice. She'd already stamped and logged each book into the system. All I needed to do was take a bunch of books and put them back in their correct shelves. I didn't see what he was doing. It was after the bell rang, so he must have been going back to class. So it's your fault. Although it's technically the librarian's fault because she left early. Dun 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 dun. Howdy. Nope. Howdy. Where's your hall pass? Don't worry about it. What you got for me, buddy? I returned his book, but no, he didn't go to the library with me. He said he was busy with something. I'm not sure what it was. So I took it. Okay. I asked Alex if he wanted to return any book to the library. He gave me one. It was a novel, so I took his book along with all the comic books I borrowed, and then I went to the library, gave it to Miss Redbook. I've not finished reading those comic books. I wish I could have more time to read them. Sadly, the deadline to return all books is 1 p.m., just when the lunch break ends. Nothing interesting in there. So I want to find the security camera. Where the fuck's the security office? Howdy. Security office, where are you? What the hell? Hey, hall pass. Wait a minute, she wanted a hall pass. What you got for me? Wanna trade some info? All books borrowed from the library must be returned before 1 p.m. yesterday because this is our last week of school. I told the entire class to return all books they borrowed from the library before lunch break, and so they must pay the book penalty fee. I told them that they could ask their friends to return the books for them so the library won't get crowded. Right, which is supposedly what he did with the other one. With the novel, but not the comic, which is what we're worried about. Here we go. So, I'll show you the security footage of the corridor outside. You want to see? Timestamp shows he was doing it at 12:13. She left at 12:52. Alright, let's do this again. Hang on. So, Evan knows who is his friend turned it in at 12:13. That's fine. LA Slate, I don't give a shit about you. I don't care about principal. My boy, 101. Technically, you're both in the wrong. Principal. I already questioned the suspects. Okay, so how do I now? So, as I've now gathered most of the clues from what I can tell, and just taking a brief look at the roundabout game, I'm actually going to call it here. This is going to be a one-off video. I'm not going to finish it off. I've already seen the ending to it. But come on, it's obvious. Do a little detective work yourself, ladies and gentlemen. But I am going to go and do the other game that I got from this jam. Kitchen Warrior or something. I don't remember what it's called. but you'll be seeing it coming up here in the one-off playlist pretty damn soon. So, I'll see you guys next time. See you then.